Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Waitis Academy live stream. Just want to let you know at the beginning, tomorrow and after tomorrow, there will be no live streams. It's my birthday. I will be 51 years old, and we decided to go to Italy and celebrate. Maybe I will do some Facebook lives or maybe some Instagram stories and things like that to get in touch. And yeah, if I find time, I will definitely do some live stream as well, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So I want to warn you from the very beginning. And listen, guys, without clear step-by-step plan with clear goals and then take the action, nothing's happening in the world. It's proven. I can give you so many examples of that. You living your life without goals, without plan, and without taking every single day, every single hour steps to achieve those goals, to follow your plan, it's just not going to work. And once again, usually the plans that we do at the very beginning and we start working on them, they don't work. 99.9% of those plans, they don't work exactly the way we set them up. But we make changes, accordingly. If this doesn't work, you switch here and switch there, but the goal stays always in front of you, and the plan changes. You get some different variations. You don't go straight line, you go left and go right, but you can just keep making new plans and new plans, and you see the progress. A step closer, a step closer, a step closer, a step closer. And hopefully one day going to be a jump and a big leap, closer to the goal. And that's how life works. If you, put your dog outside to walk without no reason to be excited or anything, he's just gonna go from one tree to another tree to another tree, aimlessly doing nothing. But if you give him a rabbit to run after and catch it, he's gonna run like crazy and be excited and be just determined to catch the rabbit, and he's gonna run. And that's how everything works in life. We are the dogs without goals, without something to chase after. We're just wasting our time. We just aimlessly going different directions and not knowing what to do and how to do it, and don't care about this and don't care about that. And time goes really quickly. Look at me, I'm 51 years old now. 51 years old, man. I was thinking when I was 20 years old and I see somebody 51 years old, and these guys are freaking old. I mean, ready to die, so old. And now I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. I have my goals, I have my plans, and I'm working every single day to achieve those goals and those plans, and I'm feeling excited, and everything is just great, great. And I see obstacles every single day, and I go through some tough shit every single day, but I mean, you just go for it. When you have your eyes set up at the goal and you want to achieve it, and you really want to push and take on everything. It doesn't matter what it is, you just take on everything. And if you don't have the goal, if you have not set your plan, the first time you see an obstacle in front of you, you just take another direction, because there is no reason to keep going straight. So once again, it's a beginning of the new year. Set up your goals, make a nice plan that they will take you there, and start following. And when you see that something that you plan is not working exactly the way you think should be working, sit down and figure out how to go another way, but just keep going at the goal. Because if you're giving up, You just learn to give up on everything, and you will never ever reach that goal. And any goal, actually, not just that goal, but any goal. All right. I just want to say something about our business. It's crazy what's happening right now. I have people calling me every day, asking me, "Hey, can I get a job? Can I get this? Can I get that?" Listen, guys, there are so many jobs right now, so many jobs, and you not taking the action, the steps to get the job is just unacceptable. It's unacceptable to yourself. You're betraying yourself, you're betraying your family. Do not wait a second. If you want to get a job, if you want to start making money, first thing, sit down, create your CV. I give you the links. You got beautiful CV templates on the waitersacademy.com. Just go find it, create your CV. Then if you have prior experience, call those people to give you the referral letters, because those are very important. Sit down and write your motivational letter. Now you have the package. All right, now you sit down and start looking for a job. And if you want to find a job abroad, find the markets that they accept your people from your country, and just start applying. And today you got a few 20 applications. If you have no job right now whatsoever, you put the time and the effort every single day to fill 20 applications. Today 20, tomorrow 20, next day 20. By the end of the week, I guarantee you're gonna have at least 3 interviews set up for you for a job. 3 minimum. All right. Now, once they call you for the interview, you go, you research the company. Actually, you go to the Waiters Academy or the Waiters Network and find the post, how to prepare for a job interview. All right, and follow those steps, because if you follow the steps and if you prepare the way I teach you, you will get the job. All right, so by the end of the next week, you will be already with a job. Now, once you get the job, make sure you prepare for your first day at work. It's preparation, it's a process, it's not so easy, but that's what makes winners in life. So you prepare for your first day at work. Again, I give you a step-by-step tutorial how to prepare for your first day at work. You learn everything that I'm telling you to learn, and once you hit the floor, you will have an amazing time. You will skip all the trouble, all the stress, all the yelling, all the laughing, because that's what's going to happen if you go unprepared to your first day at work. And then once you get this job and you start making money and you're getting some experience and you start learning on the job, you decide for yourself, okay, this is a good job, man. I'm going to stick around. In 6 months, I will be a head waiter, because I'm going to work hard. I'm going to know everything about the menu. I'm going to know everything about the service. I'm going to know everything about the wine list or the drink list in the restaurant. And I'm going to be just the best waiter. I'm going to sell the most chef specials. I'm going to handle guest complaints if I have to. And I'm going to be a leader in my restaurant, by helping other people around me, by providing value to those people, by leading them by example. And in 6 months, I will be a head waiter. And if not, in 6 months from this position, I'm going to find a job that will make me more money or give me a better position. And that's how life works. 6 months, set your goal. In 6 months, I'm going to be all this. All right, I'm going to have a better job that makes me more money or give me a better position, or I'm going to have a position in this restaurant as a head waiter, or the best station and the best shifts that I work and I make the most money, and so on. So, and then step by step, you figure it out. Once you do this first circle, because it's a circle, you do this, you get the job, you start doing a good job, you start growing, you get the best station, you get the best shift, you start making a lot of money. Then the next circle is, growing on the job or finding the next job that's going to give you even more opportunity. And it's again, you prepare your CV, you prepare your referral, you get your motivation letter, you start applying, you go for the interview, you get the job, you learn how to be the best waiter on this job, and so on, so on, so on, so until you really get a top job and start making a lot of money and start enjoying life. So this is the process. There is no other process. There is no, hey, sir, can you find me a job? Can you get me a job? Can you please create a CV for me? Can you please do this and that? Nobody will do your push-up for yourself. You got to do your own job, man. That's how it works. That's how you create a winner from yourself. Nata Suwardi. Hey, Nata Suwardi, nice. Hello from Allure of the Sea, sir. Wow, that's nice, man. Allure of the Seas. So you are on a cruise line. Nala GRZ. Nala GRZ. Hello from the International Space Station. Wow, look at this. We have from people calling from space. That's nice, man. I get you inspired to be an astronaut. Very good. All right, guys, listen. The bottom line is, it's all about you. How much you want to succeed in life, what do you want to reach, achieve, and are you ready to put the effort and the time to get those goals for yourself? That's it. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. It doesn't matter. COVID doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. That. I gotta tell you, Basa, my COVID just destroyed my plans. Just before COVID came in the world, I was planning big things. I was investing a lot of money in the new company. I was talking to you about this and that, and I was really excited about everything. And then I invested, $25,000 in the new website, and I got a lot of you to get excited and to work with me and everything like that. And then COVID came and shut down the whole industry. Everything went down. And I was just like, whoa, my God, what happened? It just like destroyed everything that I was planning to do and everything that I was investing money in. It just destroyed completely for 2 years now, But what? I don't give a damn, man. As long as I'm healthy and alive, I just kept working. I put the plans on the side because it was not possible to do it. I put the plans on the side. I just kept working. I still had my job. I still have my wife. I still have my kid. I work. I made money. I still live a nice life. And now when the COVID is going away and I have a time to put back this whole plan and this whole system back into a business, that's what I do. So no matter what's happening around you, you are always in control of your thoughts, and all thoughts, you control your action, and that's all that matters. Nata Swardi says, you are my inspiration. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Nala GRZ, contacts are very important to get a job. Absolutely. But how you get contacts? This is so important. Nala G says something very, very important. And that's why I always say, you guys, you never know who's sitting on the table. You never know the guy next to you, your coworker that works on the next station, who's going to be this guy in 6 months or 2 years, So if you work hard, if you work smart, if you're really good at your job, and you present yourself every single day to the best ability and capabilities that you have, this creates great contacts with your coworkers, with your managers, with your guests. And this is what's going to bring you the good jobs in the future. Because those people that you work with, they will grow. They will get a restaurant manager's job. They will get a F&B director job. They will become a hotel managers one day. And once they get to these positions and they have a chance to create their own team, they will think about you. They will think about Nala G because, hey, this guy was amazing. He was a really amazing coworker. He was a great attitude. He was the best seller in the job. He was always on point. He was always correct with the guests. The guests loved him. He got great reviews. I would call this guy and ask him to come and run my restaurant or be my top waiter or whatever. You know, this is how it works. And then, of course, you serve on some guys, but this guy that you serve to, he's a director of a hotel, 5-star hotel in some country, and he loves the job you're doing and just give you a business card. You know how many times this happened to me? You know how many times people tell me, hey, I would love if you want to come and see my restaurant, to see my hotel, and if you want to come and work for me because I love the job that you're doing, you know. And this is what gives you many more opportunity. And now if you're just going through the motions and not doing a great job, and you're just taking advantage of your coworkers and just, you know, completely disregarding your guests, what's going to happen? How are you going to create those relationships? You're not going to create nothing. You are going to be the guy that nobody wants to work with. And once they grow and you say, oh, this guy, you know, I used to work with him and he now becomes a restaurant manager in some top place, I will call him and I will ask him to give me the job. And you call, say, hey, can you give me the job, man? And he's like, no, dude, you know, you're lazy. You don't want to learn. You don't take care of your guests. You don't take care of your coworkers. Why would I give you a job, man? And this happened. I personally refuse to help a lot of people, really completely refuse. And sometimes even I just tell a manager, no, you're not going to hire this guy because I used to work with this guy in this place and I know how, you know, how bad this guy behaves and he's going to break the team, you know, and you're not going to give him a job. And that's it. This happened a few times in my life. That's happened too. And many times I just say to the guys, you know what, I'm not going to give you a job, my friend, because you're just not doing a good job. Why would I put my resume and my team spirits on the line and give you a job when I know that I worked with you 2 years and you're really a terrible waiter and a terrible person? I'm not going to give you the job. That's it. Forget about it. So thank you, Nala G, for pointing that. That's a very important thing in life. And that's why it's so important, guys, that you do really the best job you could possibly do and become a leader, you know, bring value to your coworkers, bring, you know, be always ready to help and improve their life, you know, on the job, out of the job, anywhere. Abhishek is back on the live stream. Nice to see you, Mr. Abhishek. Hey everyone. Hey, recently I came across a negative buddy online who is saying hotelier life is very tough and very less salary. I laughed at him. I mean, this is not a surprise, Mr. Abhishek. There are thousands of waiters that will tell you the same thing. You know, the hotelier life is tough. It's not good. It's a low-paid job, and so on. And it is what it is. And I say, you know, like I gave a speech. I gave a speech to a team in a hotel, and the first thing I asked them, hey guys, who thinks that hotelier's job is really stinking, low paid, terrible job? And everybody that raised their hands, I told them they're right. And then I asked who thinks that the hotelier's job is a great job and makes you a lot of money and gives you a great life? And whoever raised their hands, I tell them, hey guys, you are right too. It's up to you. It's not about the job. It's about you. If you are doing everything right, eventually, I mean, the beginning is always tough, but eventually you will grow and you're gonna go get and good the jobs and make money and have a beautiful life. If you're not doing shit, if you're just complaining all the time and not learning and not working hard, you're gonna stay always in the bottom of this food chain, and you're gonna be the rest of your life miserable and complaining about the job and all the kind of things. And it's tough. It's not easy. Working many hours, getting nothing as a salary, getting abused from the chefs, getting abused from the managers, getting abused from the guests. Yes, you're getting abused because you're not doing a good job. If you're doing the best job you could possibly do, you're gonna get respect. It doesn't start like that. Oh, you give me respect and then I'm going to do a good job. No, fuck no. Nobody's giving you respect like that. You got to do the best possible job you can do. Work hard, learn, be a positive person, be a leader, and that's how you earn respect. And that's how you make your life easier. And that's how you grow. And that's how you start making money. And that's how you start living the good life. It doesn't work that way around. Nobody will give you respect and then you're gonna eventually start doing a good job. Fuck no, nothing like that happen in life. Not only in our job, but anywhere in the world. Analogy, exactly what you say. Work properly, do your duties, respect everyone, get their phone and emails, and you will never be jobless. Absolutely. It's so important that we create really valuable relationships in our life, but it starts with you. It doesn't start with nobody else. It starts with you. What kind of person you are? Are you a likable person? Are you doing a great job to impress and just really lead by example all your co-workers? Do you provide the best service ever to your guests? So they come to the restaurant and they say, hey, I want to sit on the Analogy station because the last time we were here, man, this guy was amazing. We had an amazing time. We want to sit with this guy again. This is what makes life beautiful. Abhishek. And yes, one guy of my neighbor recently promoted to restaurant general manager, and he got a free house to live and free transport plus dining facilities in top restaurants in Dubai with his spouse. Absolutely. Once you get to the manager position in Dubai, they give you a house, they give you a car, they give you a phone, they give you free meals in the top restaurants in Dubai. Exactly what Abhishek says. They give you free meals. This is a system in Dubai, so they inspire people to do the best job they could possibly do and to stick around in the company and work there and grow within the company, and you make a lot of money. You get a big salary in Dubai once you get to the manager's position. But how you get to the manager's position? You don't start as a manager in Dubai. They always hire you as a waiter, backup waiter, whatever the initial position. You work your ass off, you learn really, you show your leadership skills in those 3-year contract or 2-year contract, whatever you sign. And after this expires, you go and you say to your people, hey, I've been here, I love it, I work my ass off, I learn everything, I know I can do a job as a supervisor, as a restaurant manager, assistant restaurant manager. Give me that and I will be forever grateful, and you will see what a great job I'm going to do. And if you really have done all those things, they will give you that. And then you get the car, you get the apartment, you get the everything else, Yeah, now we've been talking about this a lot because this is very common in our job. You get toxic co-workers almost everywhere. Every restaurant have a toxic worker, and so first of all, you gotta understand that everything is in your head. I don't, because every time we talk, every time we do a live stream, we talk about that. No one can touch you if you don't allow them to get into your head, to get under your skin. All right. So toxic people are everywhere. It's not just in our business, they're everywhere, but in our business, we get a lot of this, especially with, like you said, in the chefs in the kitchen. So first of all, you make sure that you understand why those people act like that. This is the basic. This is what will give you the power to execute. You have to understand why those people are toxic, why those people act the way they act. It is because they are miserable. There is no other reason. It's not you, it's not the other people around them, it's nothing like that. Those people have real problems, mental problems, health issues, physical problems, whatever you call it, they have problems. They are miserable and they want to make everybody around them miserable. Now, the connection between the kitchen and the front of the house, especially, you have to understand those chefs, those cooks, they hate us. All right? They hate us because what they do in the kitchen, they are locked in this little space. They have nobody to talk, nobody to yell at but you. They have to fix all your mistakes, and we are making mistakes. That's normal. Everybody makes mistakes. They have no one to express their frustration to but you. When you get to the kitchen, they start yelling at you and start abusing you because that's all they can do. And they hate you because they know that you're making more money than them and you're not locked in this place and not able to move. The cook cannot leave the station, he got to stay there. You as a waiter, you can leave your station for 5 minutes and tell, hey, bro, take care of my station, watch my station. I'm going to go and take a smoke, take a leak or something like that. They know that you have much more freedom, you're making more money, and you're living a better life than them. This is how the general in the kitchen, they know that, all right? And they hate us. And this is the only way they can, express their frustration, by yelling at you and trying to put you down. And this is just general with bad, toxic people. They feel miserable, they feel underappreciated, they have terrible life, they hate themselves, and that's why they try to put everybody else down. So knowing that, you should feel actually sympathy and empathy toward those people, feel sorry about them, and do not ever let any of the things that they say into your head or to your soul. Nothing. Everything bounces off your head and goes back to them. Smile. Now, if this start affect your job, first of all, call the person on the side and just, without being aggressive, without being frustrated, without being anxious, say, hey, listen, I see that you're trying to give me shit all the time, but that I don't care, I don't mind this until it starts affecting my job. But now I see that this affects my performance. I cannot provide the best service to my guests that I would like to provide. And this now, it's a completely different story. It's one thing you're talking shit, and it's a game. I don't give a damn, you can talk shit as much as you want. But once it starts affecting my job, that's a completely different story. So let's figure out what's going on and just calm down a little bit, okay? Just tell him. That's it. Because if that's continue, I'm gonna have to address it with the chef. I'm gonna have to address it with the manager, restaurant manager, if you're F&B director or whatever you have, if you work in a hotel. And now if he's not calming down, if he's just disregarding you, keep doing the shit, that's what you gotta do. You call the manager, you call the chef, you call this guy, and you say, hey, listen, it's been going for a while. I didn't pay attention to that. I understand guys talk shit and blah, blah, blah. But now it affects my job. I see that I am rushing the things. I'm not coming to the kitchen as much as I would like to, just because I know that this guy is going to start talking shit to me. Affects my job, affects my performance, and the guests are the ones that suffer from this thing. So we need to put an end to this. Do you understand what I mean? You don't say, hey, this guy's trailing with me, I don't like it, blah, blah, blah. No, it affects my performance, it affects my service quality, and the guests are the one that suffer because this guy is just pushing too much, man. Like calm down. Now the chef and the manager will have to take action, because if they're not taking action, that means I don't give a shit about what kind of service you're giving to your guests, and that's not going to happen. And this is how you work with that. You talk directly. Do not postpone this thing for months and months and months and months. No, just don't postpone it for months and months. You need to take action. You need to, like I said, first understand where this comes from. It comes from him, from his misery, from his low esteem, from his terrible life, and from hating himself. Those people, they really hate their life, they hate themselves, and they try to make everybody miserable around them. So feel sorry about them. Don't be angry, don't be upset. But then, of course, just take the next action, next step, talk to them directly. If that doesn't help, call the manager, call the chef, call this guy, discuss it very calm, very professionally, without screaming, without crying, without stressing out. Just explain that the guests are the one that suffer. I can take your shit, man. It's not a problem. I can talk shit too, but it's not my nature. But when it starts affecting my service and my guests start suffer, then it's a different story, and that's I cannot accept. So pretty much this is what you should do, and that's what should be done in any other situation like that. In UK, chefs are very aggressive. Not just UK, my friend, everywhere. Chefs are just like that. Like I said, those people hate us because they are the one stuck in this little kitchen, have nobody to talk to but you, and they have to fix your mistakes, and that just pisses them off. Imagine if you are a head waiter, you have your own station, and you are working with a bus boy that all the time makes mistakes. You tell him to bring the bread to table 3, he forgets. You tell him to bring the water to table 2, he forgets. Your table is gone, but he's not coming there to clean the table and set it up, and so on. So you're going to be frustrated because you got to fix his mistakes. He's not bringing the bread, you got to go run and bring the bread. He's not bringing the water, you got to run and bring the water. He's not fixing the table, you got to go fix the tables and set it up because this guy is not doing his job. And you're going to get frustrated. You're going to start yelling or kicking his ass. That's how life works, So this is it. This is normal situation. This is everywhere. It doesn't matter if you change restaurants or if you change industries. You're going to have people like that all the time. You understand that those people just have miserable lives and they just try to make everybody else around them miserable. And then you just address the problem directly with the guy. And then if that's not helping, set up a meeting with the managers and the chefs and then go from there. Mohammed, the hard thing is to bring customers to the house. The hard thing is to bring customers to the house. I don't know what that means. Being customers is a new project, is so hard. Bring. Okay, bring. Yes, I mean, starting a new project is very tough. And that's why if you are, for example, the restaurant owner, you have to make sure that you have the financial backup to support your operation for the next 6 months without absolutely relying on any revenue from guests or whatever, because usually it takes a year for a restaurant to start making any kind of money. So yes, it's very tough to bring guests. There are a lot of different tactics. So you got to educate yourself on restaurant marketing and all those kind of things. I was just giving a presentation on the restaurant marketing summit in Australia last month. And I was talking about selling, upselling, but there were a lot of other speakers that were talking about how to use the social marketing, social media, social platforms to marketing your restaurant. So maybe you should Google that or go to Facebook because all the videos are right there. It's called Restaurant Marketing Summit 2022. And you can learn from some top expert in the field how to promote your restaurant. Alan Sanchez, hello, greetings from Chicago. Hey, man, Chicago, that's pretty early for Chicago man to be awake. Mexican immigrant learning, serving, and bartending here in the windy city. And I bet it's pretty windy right now in Chicago, man. I hate Chicago in the winter. It's so freaking cold and snowy and cold. Not for me, Chicago in the winter. But greetings to Alan Sanchez. It's great. I work with so many Mexican guys in Las Vegas, man. You guys are hard workers and take care of your family. It's been an amazing experience. Nala G, Mohammed, bring customers. It's simple as giving a good service and good quality food. Then customers come automatically. It's true, that's true, but bringing the first guest into the service to the restaurant to give them this great service is tough. It's not easy. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money. Nala G say thank you for the suggestions. There was a French chef who threatened me with a knife. Yeah, listen, I mean, there are some crazy people, stay away from the knife, but don't be scared because a lot of people would threaten you with anything. As long as they're behind the counter, just tell them, hey, just calm down, man, just relax, don't be such an idiot. Don't threaten with a lie. If he threatens you with a lie, just call the policeman. Fuck bullshit. But yes, a lot of time people will try to scare you in any way possible. Will never do anything. But of course, there are some crazy people. Some people use drugs. Some people are drunk, and they might do anything. So if you see a knife, make sure you keep your distance, man. Make sure this guy is behind a counter or at least 10 feet away from you because it's dangerous. Carlos Smith, fan here from Jamaica. Now, this is a place I would like to be right now in Jamaica. You know how much it's snowing here, man? It's fucking crazy. Let me show you Jamaica, what's going on here. This is like a windy city here. Look at this. See my car down there? My Mercedes is all in snow and it's snowing like crazy. Yeah, it's unbelievable. The good thing is that tomorrow I'm gonna be in Italy, and down there in Milano is like 16 grad, sunny, warm, and I hope that I can enjoy my birthday party really tomorrow in Italy and have some fun, man, with my wife and a friend. Very nice. Today we have some people from everywhere, even from the International Space Station. That's crazy. Nala G, which company is the cruise line you work? Which cruise line you working, man? Allure of the Seas. Which company belongs this ship? At the same time. For the same time, chef will threaten me with a knife. I don't know the same time. So what do you mean? Maybe I lost the chain of thought. So rough. Thanks, sir, for your suggestions. Restaurant service. Yeah, welcome, Mr. Soraf. And listen, guys, I gotta make an announcement again because it's important. Now, the Waiters Academy is changing, and right now everything is free of charge. All the classes, all the courses are free. Certification is free, but that's not going to be the case after June 1st. So anybody that needs to improve their knowledge, their skills, and needs certificate, you can take advantage now. 4 more months, the Waiters Academy will be closed. It's going to be we're going to start working only with restaurants, and it's going to be a very expensive. So if you need technology, if you need the certificates, if you need the experience and the skills, go now, sign up, finish the classes, get your certificates, put your career on the right path for free. Like I said, June 1st, everything's going to be completely different, and there will be no more free classes, there will be no more free certificates. And we are going to be working only with restaurants and hotels from there on. All right. Great talking to you. Very good questions. Mr. Nala GRZ, I thank you so much for the great input today. Of course, everybody else, Mr. Carlos Smith, Mr. Sorav, and Mohammed and Alan Sanchez from Chicago. Hey, listen, it is what it is, Mr. Abhishek. The job is hard. The beginning is really hard, but it's up to you guys. I always say, man, it's up to you. If you learn and if you work hard and if you hustle, this business is amazing opportunity for everybody. Amazing opportunity for everybody to start making money, traveling the world, meeting new people, new friends, making connections. Eventually, you get a side hustle. You start investing some of your money in the side hustle, start building a little bit of business, start getting more money from your side hustle. Eventually, you move away from the hospitality and you just created a job and a business for yourself. A lot of people have done that. That's what I also do, and I have done it many times in my life. And that's what makes life beautiful. That's what makes life beautiful. These jobs allows you to travel the world. These jobs allows you to make money and to have a side hustle. Not at the beginning. I understand when you are a young kid and when you are starting now, you're working long hours, you're not making so much money, but give yourself a couple of years and that's always going to change. And you're going to start making more money. You're going to have chance to save, and you can have chance to invest these savings into something that will start making you money, bring you passive income, and life's gonna change, man. Once you start making, even if it's just like 3, 4, $500 a month from a side income, from a side hustle that you don't have to work, it's just passive income and makes you money while you're sleeping. That's already good money for many of you, and that's possible. You can do that in just like a year or two. You can create your side hustle and start making those kind of money, because on the internet right now you can create anything. You might be in India, Pakistan, South Africa, Brazil, but you can create something on the internet that reaches the whole world, just like what I right now I'm doing. I'm talking to people from Jamaica, I'm talking to people from Dubai, from United Kingdom, from everywhere, India. And this gives you opportunity to actually make money from all over the world by sitting at home in front of a television or a computer or a telephone and start earning. All right. And if you really know what you're doing, if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to educate yourself, you can create yourself a side hustle that will bring you enough money that you don't need to work anymore. Mr. Nurshot Umirzakov, hey, nice to see you, brother. What's going on? Mr. Mirzakov is one of the guys that finished courses at the Waiters Academy, got his certificate. Thank you, Mr. Net, for your suggestion. Appreciate your hustle. Hey, man, always welcome. Nanal G, thank you. You're very welcome. Madhav Dakal, hello from Nepal. See, we got somebody from Nepal now. And Nala G is from Spain, but working in United Kingdom. ¿Cómo está, amigo? Oh, ¿cómo está, amigo, man? If you don't practice, you forget. It's the same thing with the waiting tables. If you don't practice, you forget. For example, you go to the Wets Academy, you learn how to be a good seller, but then eventually, because you're too busy and this, you start practicing those steps to sell the wine, to sell the thing. You forget right now. I used to speak Spanish when I was in the United States because I was working with so many Mexican guys, and I decided to learn Spanish, and I learned it, and I was able to understand and speak. And now it's so hard for me when I go to Spain. I spend like 3 4 days 5 days in Spain, and I get my little bit of my knowledge back, and I understand everything, and I'll be able to speak and explain some stuff. But every year it's getting harder and harder, man. Mr. Dakal, what your position in food and beverage department? It's nothing right now, but for the last 3 years I've been working as a restaurant manager. But the 3 years before that, now the last year I'm not working at all, and probably not gonna be back in business. Probably not. So right now I'm not working anything. I am staying at home. I am building my own business. I'm taking care of my kid, and that's what I do. But yes, I've been working as a waiter for most of my life, guys. And I took this position as a restaurant manager in Switzerland only because they fired the restaurant manager, and they really insisted that I took over the restaurant. And the other option was to send me some young kid to be a manager in my restaurant, and that was not an option for me because I was going to do the management and taking care of everything, and I had some young kid over there trying to teach him how to do the job. It was just not a good option for me. So I took over the manager position, and I still waited tables. Every time I had a chance, I would put somebody on the front desk to do the manager's job, and I would just go and run a station for myself because that's what I like to do. So I always say I'm a waiter. I'm not a manager. I've been all the way to the F&B director in a hotel. I don't like this job. I love being on the floor, waiting tables. The only thing is that I choose my restaurants. I choose the jobs that I want to do. I don't work breakfast. I don't work lunches. I don't work split shifts, nothing like that. I work only dinner restaurants, restaurants that all work only for dinner. I go to work at 4 or 6 o'clock in the evening, and I close the restaurant at 10 o'clock, and that's all I like to do. All right. So for me, being a waiter is much more fulfilling because I go there. I don't work 12 hours every day. I work, let's say, 6, 7, 8 hours a day max, and then I make my money and I go home and I can take care of my kid, my wife, and I can do my own, side hustle business. I have the time. So yes, every one of you should be, putting goals to grow in the business and grow all the way to the hotel director if you like it. Because a lot of people love to be hotel managers or restaurant managers or supervisors or whatever. A lot of people love that, gives you authority, gives you power, maybe pays you more money and things like that, But for me, it was always much more important to have my free time than be a manager and walk around with a suit and shit like that. I don't care about these things, man. I really don't care about that things. I really want to go to work hard, make very good money, and then leave the restaurant and forget about it. If you're a manager, you don't forget about it. You think about tomorrow. What I have tomorrow? How many reservations do I have? Do I have a party? Do I have a banquet coming up? What's up with this? What's up with that? Who is sick? Who is coming to work? Who is not coming to work? Do I have enough people in the kitchen? Do I have enough people in the front office? And the phone never stopped ringing because when you're a manager, you got your own freaking phone, and this phone never stopped ringing because there are so many problems always in the restaurant, and people call you all the time because they want to, they want their problem to get fixed, and you're the manager, you gotta fix them. So I really hate that, and Yeah, that's why I say I always like to be a waiter. I just don't want to be a waiter in any place in any restaurant, because if somebody tells me, hey, you're gonna be a waiter in my restaurant, but you're gonna work breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just say, thank you very much. Not for me. But of course, this has not been all my life. Of course, as a young kid and as a beginner, I was ready to work anything. When I was on a cruise line, I was working 19 hours a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day, three breakfast shifts, three dinner serving, three lunch serving, and three dinner serving, and never leave the restaurant. That's how he's on the cruise line, because the cruise ship was big. We had 1,000 people on the cruise ship, 1,000 guests, but the restaurant was only 360 places. So we had to do three breakfasts, three lunches, and three dinners every single day. And it's tough. And I was doing it because, I was 20 years young. I looked for a job to make me money, because in Bulgaria, everybody was working for $10, $20 a month. And this job was paying me $340 a month, and you make tip another, $400-$500 a month. So for me, that was a lot of money. So the beginning, like I said, it's tough. You cannot choose your job. You cannot decide what you want to do and how to do it. But once you get the experience, once you get the knowledge, once you get the certificates and the diplomas and all those kind of things, and you know how good you are, and the people know how good you are, then you can say, you know what, man, I come to work for you, but I want this and this and this, and that's the only way I come, and life gets easier. Mr. Umar Zaku said, I'm good, thanks. Soon I will complete waiter's course as well. Looking forward to, Mr. my friend. Let's go, do it. So, Mr. Decal, sir, tell us on internship in abroad. Listen, guys, internship in abroad, you want to use that to go away from your country, and you're hoping for an internship in Europe or United States or things like that. This is not happening. Right now, it's such a big mess everywhere in the world. Nobody will give you internship. Now, what I'm suggesting is you get your job. You get a job in your country. Get a real job, man. I don't know if you have experience, if you have diplomas or certificates or anything like that, and whatever you do, but get your job in a really top 5-star hotel or fine dining restaurant, whatever, in your country. And from this position, don't look for internship. If you're, for example, people think that, hey, I'm coming here in internship in, let's say, in Austria. It's not possible. They're not going to give you internship. For example, if you're from Nepal, they're not going to give you, they were not going to hire you as an intern in Austria. That's not possible. But let's say it's possible. So for the interns, your salary in Austria is like 350 francs. 350 francs. The first year, maybe the second year is going to be 450, 550, something like that. But this is euro, dollars. This is what you get. Now you live in Austria with 350 francs or 450 francs. This is not going to be enough to drink coffee every single day, man. Coffee, all right? Coffee. Because coffee costs 3 euros here, all right? So if you drink coffee every single day, that's $100 already, and it's just not worth it. Being intern is not worth it. Get a real job in your country, and then from this position, start looking for a real job abroad. Do you understand what I mean? Do not get an internship, because internship don't pay nothing. And you sign a contract for 3 years. Why the hell are you going to spend 3 years as an intern not getting paid and working your ass off? I don't like internships whatsoever. Get a job in your country. Make sure you get a good job, in a position in a good hotel or good restaurant. And from this position, start immediately looking for a job abroad. That's a real job. You want to work as a waiter. You don't want to go as an intern. because you start making money immediately. If you go as an intern 3 years, you just wasted 3 years of your life not making money, working your ass off. I just don't like that. 3 years, that's too much time, guys. Sudhan Chetri, hi sir. Mr. Sudhan, what's going on, man? How are you, sir, from Nepal? Greetings to Nepal. I'm doing well, thank you. Appreciate. Hopefully, you're doing well too. Mr. Dakar, sir, which is best to do, job in hotel, cruise, or air? So I will guess that Mr. Dakar is a very young person that has no jobs yet. I would say for you right now, my friend, any job is the best job. All those jobs are really tough. Working in a hotel, working on a cruise line or air, that I mean, I guess you're talking about airline. It's tough. So what you got to do is, you as a young person, probably you're studying some hospitality industry right now or whatever. For you, the most important thing is to get a job and to try to get the best job possible. The best job possible. Do not underestimate yourself. Apply to those 5-star hotels, apply to those 5-star cruise line companies. Any job that you can really start, not from the very bottom. You don't want to start working in your neighborhood restaurant if you have education, if you study hospitality management. If you have no jobs and no education and nothing, you start anywhere. Neighborhood restaurant, I don't care, whatever restaurant it is, fast food restaurant, whatever, you get a job anywhere. But if you have education and you have a little bit of experience or whatever, you try to get the best job you could possibly get right now. And start from a little bit ahead of the game, so you can grow faster from there. But any one of those industries, cruise line industry, hotel industry, um, it's tough. And for example, if I have to be honest, if I am a kid and if I start right now and I started with a cruise line, I will go for a cruise line, because on the cruise line there is no cheating. You gotta work your ass, man, really hard. You're gonna make money, you're gonna be able to save money. And first of all, and probably most important, they teach you a lot on the cruise line. All right. But without experience, it's going to be hard for you to get a job on a cruise line if you don't have experience. That's going to be hard. But if you can get a job on a cruise line, I would go for a cruise line. Nala G say 19 hours a day, what a nightmare. Oh, brother, you have no idea, guys. That was 30 years ago, exactly 31 years ago. No, 30, exactly 30 years ago. Yeah. The situation was completely different then. You work, my first cruise was 168 days without day off, without breaks, working minimum 12 hours a day, but that was like very rare you work you work 12 hours. Usually you work 14, 16, 19 hours a day. I was a young kid. I went to the cruise line. I was 74 kilos. About 2 months later, 3 months later, I was 56 kilos. We were sleeping in the crew cabins. There was no air conditioning. The temperature in the cabin was like a 51 degrees. I was spitting blood, and my sheets were so wet, sweating because it's so hot. And so I stopped going to my crew cabin. I started sleeping in the crew mess, because there was air conditioning. It was much more pleasant. But of course, the noise and the people coming in and out all the time. But you have like just 3-4 hours to sleep, so it was hard, man. You cannot imagine. Nobody works like that anymore. And you work, they pay you $340 a month. You know, I don't know how many hours is that a month, but that's a lot of hours a month. And It was very hard, but it was amazing for me because, in Bulgaria, you cannot even imagine making $700-800 cash in your pocket, man. That was crazy. And then you meet a lot of people and you travel the world. I went to Israel, I went to Egypt, I went to all the Greek islands, we went to Italy with the cruise. So it was amazing. It was an amazing experience, and I loved it. And that's how I became a waiter, actually, because this was my first job as a waiter. But it was tough. It was a lot of fighting. I had a lot of problems on the cruise because I was also a very crazy guy. I was a very crazy kid, very stupid kid. Wisdom Jimmy, hello, sir. Greeting from Nigeria. Hey, man, greetings to Nigeria. Thank you for being a great inspiration to us all. Hey, man, appreciate you saying that. You're very welcome, guys. And I really want to help everybody that to be a not just good waiter, but to be a good person and live an amazing life, because it's possible. It's possible for every one of you. It's possible. Just keep following your dreams, man. Alan Sanchez is from Mexico, and he's right now in Chicago, man. You cannot imagine what kind of opportunity gives you that. Being United States is the most fucking amazing country to be a waiter. And Alan, if you learn, brother, and if you work hard, and I know you're gonna work hard, but make sure you learn everything you could possibly learn and hustle, baby. You just never stop hustling, man. You always try to get the best job and to get the best restaurants and so and so. And Chicago got some amazing places to work and make very good money. So yeah. So Alan says, thank you. Come visit during the summertime. It's been hard lately because of COVID. I know, downtown, ghost town, but great to learn new things. So you're working in downtown Chicago, man. That's a nice place. Downtown Chicago is probably the most beautiful downtown in America. I mean, there is no downtown like the downtown Chicago. Mr. Dakal, yes, sir. I am studying here in Nepal and planning to go internship for Dubai. It is good. Listen, it's great that you're planning that and you're gonna do that. I know that you're gonna get a job in Dubai, but try to get a job. Don't try now. If you are not able to get a real job in Dubai as soon as you finish your study, then go for the internship. Of course, it's still better than staying in Nepal and doing internship in Nepal. But if you should try to get a real job in Dubai, because that's gonna give you better pay, better training, better everything better. All right. So do not underestimate yourself, my friend. You are studying, okay? You're studying. Now, what I suggest is you get immediately a job, any kind of job, and you get in Nepal. You get a job, part-time job, just let's say you go for 4 hours a day to work in a restaurant or hotel. And then from this position, I guarantee you, with the knowledge you have and the education you have and the part-time job you have, you're gonna be able to land a real job in Dubai. And you're gonna start paying, let's say, $600-700 a month, and then you get like 300 more tip. And now you get paid very good money, compared to what you're gonna get paid in Nepal. And if you get the internship, you're gonna go down to like 250 a month, and not getting tip and all those kind of things. You are just gonna put yourself in a situation that you're gonna lose the next 2-3 years, and I don't think that's a good idea. So try to get a real job, and if that's not working, then go for the internship, but try first to get a real job. Hey, bratko, kako si, bratko? Relaxing massages at barbershop and all around. All right, this is a friend of mine, guys. Do you remember which restaurants you have been working before 30 years? Actually, 1992 was the year I visited Bulgaria for first time, Varna and Golden Sands. I wasn't working in Bulgaria. I was this time I was studying management in Sofia, and I was working during the summers on the cruise line. So I will go around March, in the middle of March. I go to the cruise line. I take my tests, all exams up front, and then I go to the cruise line from March 15th all the way to October 15th. You know, October 15th or 8th of October or something like that. And this is the time I was working, and then I go back to school. In Bulgaria, I was not working because at that time in Bulgaria, you don't get paid nothing, man. You know, you work your ass off and you get paid like $10 a month or something like that. It was terrible. If you are working on Varna and Golden Sand as a waiter during the summer, then you get paid a little bit more and you make money from the tip from the tourists. You know, that was good. But not me as a young kid in Sofia. And because on the cruise line I was making very good money, I just didn't had to work in when I was in Bulgaria. Mr. Dakal, sir, tell us some trick and tips of interview to pass it. I'm not going to tell you nothing, my friend. You go to the waitersacademy.com, you go to the blog page, and I have every single thing you need to get an interview. Every single thing. And just Google it. How to win an interview as a waiter. Job interview as a waiter. Just Google it. How to win a job interview as a waiter, and the post from the Waiters Academy will show up, and just learn. And I give you a step-by-step tutorial how to do that. I'm not going to talk right now on it. All right, guys, I'm going to actually close the live stream because it's been more than an hour now and I'm losing my voice. And I got to get back to working on the computer, finishing the last course from the Waiters Academy. And thank you very much for joining me today. Stay out of trouble, guys. Work hard. Make sure you take care of yourself, take care of your family. Make sure you make your money, man. And enjoy life. Now, I'm not going to have a live stream tomorrow and after tomorrow. I will probably do some live videos from on Facebook or Instagram from Milano, because that's where we're going. We go to Italy right now for my birthday. And I'll see you on Friday, guys.